It's the final countdown. Hello YouTube and welcome to the best of 2016 again, and this time it is my top 10 movies of 2016. Now before I get to this, see, 2016, it's not really been a great year for celebrities. I mean, we've had a lot, haven't we, that we've lost. You know, I mean, very recently we've lost George Michael, Liz Smith, and now Carrie Fisher. You know, that's really a shock to me. Yeah, 2016 has been real bad for the celebrities. Anyway, let's crack on with my top 10 movies of 2016. Okay, so at number 10 we have Hush. Hush is a dark psychological thriller about a woman who is deaf, and this crazy guy is stalking her, and the thing is, she doesn't know where he is because she can't hear him, so she has to rely on her sight. It was available on Netflix, and I watched it and I liked it, so that's one. Hush. At number 9 we have Dirty Grandpa. It came out around the beginning of this year. Robert De Niro and Zac Efron play the grandfather and grandson, and Zac Efron's trying to be the mature, well-behaved grandson who's going to be a lawyer, and then, you know, Robert De Niro's just the naughty party animal, young at heart grandpa. It was a fun film, I liked it. At number 8 we have Bad Neighbours 2, you know, or Neighbours. Over in the UK it's called Bad Neighbours. So yeah, the sequel to the 2014 film Bad Neighbours, starring the returns of Seth Rogen, the lovely Rose Byrne, and Zac Efron, along with Chloe Grace Moretz this time. And yeah, was a fun sequel. You know, Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne are expecting their second kid and they want to move, but then this loud, noisy sorority house moves in next door, and then they go to war with them by just like being loud and stuff. But yeah, I like that one. In number 7 we got Ouija Origins of Evil. Now this was in my top 5 best horror movies of 2016. I love this one. I thought it was better. It was definitely one of those films where the sequel or the prequel does better than the original, and this one, it was way better than the original. It was a prequel to the 2014 film and I loved it. You know, it had more story to it. That's, you know. At number 6 we have Don't Breathe, which is an intense psychological thriller when some kids break into an old blind war veteran's house, and these kids are like professional burglars. One of the kids, his dad works for an alarm company, so he can just hack alarm systems and that. And then they soon discover not only does the blind man have money hidden in his house, he also has a very dark secret hidden too. And it stars Stephen Lang and that kid out of Percy Jackson and some others, and I enjoyed it. I really did. There's been quite a lot of good horrors out this year. Okay, now we're into our top 5. Number 5, Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. I loved it. I didn't really like Man of Steel too much, but I love Batman v Superman. It really has got the DC cinematic universe in the works, and now it's trying to catch up with Marvel. Okay, at number 4 we have Doctor Strange. Benedict Cumberbatch makes his Marvel cinematic debut as Dr. Stephen Strange. And of course, if you read the comics and that, you know how it's going to play out. It was a great Marvel film, and it's, you know, I can't wait to see more of Doctor Strange in the 2-part Infinity War. Okay, and number 3 we got Suicide Squad. Who knew villains could be so bad they could do good? You know, I love this. I love Jared Leto as the Joker. I loved Margot Robbie as Harley Quinn. And, you know, I loved lots of it. I loved Will Smith as Deadshot. It was just a great film. Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang, including cameos from Ben Affleck, who was Batman in it. Definitely set in the DC EU, and I loved how a mid-credit scene set the event for Justice League. Okay, moving on. Number 2, Captain America: Civil War. If it wasn't for my number 1 film that I picked, this probably would have been number 1. It was Captain America, but basically it was the Avengers 3.5. And I love the whole mash of heroes in it and stuff. I'm really excited to see what they're going to do for Infinity War. And Spider-Man Homecoming's out this year. Okay, before I get to my number 1 pick, I just want to give out some honourable mentions to some movies that didn't make my top 10 but deserve a call out. And they are Ride Along 2, The Boy, Bad Moms, Sausage Party, The Secret Life of Pets. There's just so many great movies that were out this year. And now for my number 1 pick, and that is Rogue One, a Star Wars story. It is simple as that. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it, I reviewed it. I loved how it tied in with episode 4. I just loved the movie. And there you have it. My top 10 movies of 2016 this year. Now, this is all just my personal opinion, okay? None of you have to agree with it. In fact, tell me your top 10 favourite movies of this year in the comments. And also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to share with your friends, and be sure to subscribe to both my channels, Random Ross and Random Horror. And until next time, I bid you all a goodbye, friends, goodbye. Also, all my social media links are down below. See ya!